Hi everyone. My name's Bill Fraser. I'm the head of channel here at Access 4. I just want to welcome you to a session today where Access 4 we're launching Collaborate with Cisco Webex. I guess before I jump into the slides and the activity, I just wanted to say thank you, a big thank you to the Access 4 team actually. A lot of effort goes into delivering a product and a solution for our partners. I just want to call out the great effort by all the teams, across engineering, development, learning, training, my sales team, everyone just getting this ready for launch, because we're really excited about the Cisco Webex product. And I think it's really going to add to our portfolio. And obviously, our world is all about delivering partners and products for partners and delivering them to their end customers. So, we're really looking forward to seeing this product take off. And hopefully you see the same thing after a session today. So today, I'm going to go through an overview, I guess, of the platform of the Cisco Webex product. I'll go through a few slides, a couple of videos, and at the end of the session today, there's an opportunity to do a Q&A. And I'll take a few of those questions, as many questions in the session as I can, but if there's anything left over, I'll put them through as an FAQ. So let's get underway. So first of all, let's start with the agenda, and really today is around sharing some trends around the workplace and changes in the employee experience. A lot of these trends have come from reputable third-party sources, and I think you'll really recognise a lot of this stuff. It's very similar to the conversations we've had over the last 6 to 12 months, but just reinforcing those trends and the reason why we're launching a collaboration tool like Webex. And as you know, we work with a variety of businesses across all industries, and as such, I think we're really positioned to share some of those common workplace challenges facing all businesses, so we can give you some advice in those areas. We're going to highlight the Webex solution, what differentiates Cisco from other collaboration solutions, and how we can be strategic in explaining how it can help real business value and competitive advantage for your customers. I'll also highlight the business outcomes that can be achieved with the solution, and then go through a few next steps around product and some activity that you can do in your own space to really help drive this product moving forward. So business trends and challenges. Here are a few trends that really are driving change in the workplace and what we see happening with our customers all across Australia and New Zealand. I mean, these trends are really already underway, but because of the pandemic, they've accelerated. Millions of employees are now working from home. In some cases, this trend may be permanent, or even after pandemic recovery. Mobility seems to be a very strong trend that's continuing to grow. And as such, online meetings, collaboration, really is the only primary or the only way to communicate with colleagues, partners, and vendors, and your customers. Many companies are focused on keeping their employees productive, engaged, and connected. Now more than ever, employee experience is really a top priority for most organizations. Business leaders need to retain employees and avoid business disruption and costly new employee onboarding and training. And I'll talk a little bit about that later. And we're becoming more tech savvy, especially the millennials group of within our world. Will not tolerate cumbersome or disjointed business tools. The expectation is that business tools to be as easy and intuitive as the customer tools we use in our personal lives. According to Gallup and another trend that many organizations are going through is really cutting costs as a survival strategy because of the pandemic. But if your cuts hurt engagement, they'll hurt productivity too. And cost cutting can affect productivity, and undercutting productivity during a downturn slows your recovery or halts it. So companies need to use and look for a cost optimization approach to make sure they're keeping their employees engaged and productive, and invest in new technologies, including those collaboration tools that are available. So obviously, did you know, distributed workforce has more than doubled in the post-pandemic world. 65% of our employees are distributed, and that's a significant amount if you consider all the work that has to be done in factories or offices where people are required to be in an office or a factory location. 63% of professionals are spending more than 2 hours a day in meetings, so making sure that those meetings are engaging and fulfilling will ensure that they'll continue to be productive at the top of their level. And obviously, like I said before, millennials really making up 3/4 of the workplace by 2020. They've grown up with the idea that an application is much more simpler to consume than other technologies. So having those technologies and applications available that work similar to their consumer lives makes employing those individuals much easier and keeping those individuals, which is paramount. And because we work with many customers, we really understand, the common challenges. And I guess I reflect on this as some of the things that are keeping your customers up at night. Are they talking to you about low employee productivity or engagement? Do they see competitive pressures and from a brand reputation perspective? Are organisation silos and poor communications developing? Employee retention and satisfaction is a key issue. At Access 4, we know the same scenario as every other business. Keeping your employees paramount. Finding new employees is really difficult in 2021. Fragmented business tools and workflows. Again, we spoke a lot about this as a partner community at the end of last year, where due to the pandemic, customers took on board whatever tools they could to get through that period. Well, now potentially they've taken on a bunch of different ones and they're very fragmented and they don't work together, and it's making it very difficult for our partners, for the customers to engage and move forward. And obviously then you need to enable a dispersed and remote and mobile teams and combine that all together. So introducing Collaborate with Cisco Webex. I'll just share with you a short video. So that new experience that the video talks about is really around the one that is engaging, intelligent, and inclusive. It's critical that those three elements are part of any collaboration tool that you work with or you want to work with for your customers, given the importance of these tools in keeping both customers engaged and also your employees engaged as well. So talking about Collaborate with Cisco Webex, really it's simply a secure place to call, message, and meet. Calling, it's very specifically around high-def calling and video calling, ensure that meetings are integrated with devices and headsets that are available as well. Within messaging, being able to file share and one-click calling, always on spaces where people inside and outside an organization can communicate. And within those meetings, making sure they're high definition, enriched, and using technologies and features, including personalized layouts or smart presence or messaging file sharing, and even things like noise suppression. These are things that need to be built into a collaboration tool that differentiate those tools from being something that maybe they've used in the past versus a really true collaboration tool. So here's an example of the unified experience and enterprise calling looks like with Cisco Webex. So for all users, it's easily place high quality video voice calls to other Webex users, SIP endpoints, or even out to the public network. Also, for enterprise users, there's an opportunity for seamless integration into Cisco enterprise voice systems. And it's all these integrations with both Cisco solutions and also applications that enhance the value of these voice systems and deploying them in a place where the team gets work done. So as you can see, video, voice, and meetings and collaboration is the key to this solution. In terms of Collaborate calling, we're talking a lot around business voice and video and making sure that is carrier grade. And that's really brings the calling experience of Broadworks that you can trust. It's a stable platform. Access 4 has been around for 5+ years, and it's really that stable platform that's required to ensure that the calling experience, which is the base level, is at a level you can trust. Within apps, obviously, you need to be able to make calls, answer, hang up, put people on hold, share. They're all the functions that are available. And high fidelity audio and great call quality are really important in that, even where you have networks that may not be able to handle that capacity. The system itself can actually make sure that you're getting the best experience from that network. It includes intelligent noise suppression, there's advanced audio controls, integration with Cisco Room devices. And these are just a few things that this product can do from a collaboration perspective. Webex messaging, fluid design and guided tours for quick, easy to use. It's an organized, you can organize your spaces and content for better manageability, suit your work style, and also communicate with your team and customize. A great feature I know that I use within my team is really customizing features and statuses and reactions and replies. So you get more engagement from a team perspective. Again, this is something you can do in your own world, and obviously you should be talking to your customers about. You can collaborate with anyone, both inside and outside your company, by adding external parties into spaces, and integrate with your business workflows and third-party app, including Google and Microsoft and the other. And we'll talk a little bit more detail about integrations soon. And then from a WebEx meeting perspective, really, these are the fundamentals of a collaboration tool. One button to join and seamless integration with calendars, personalized layouts and immersive sharing, and integrated with all your devices. So I'm just going to run through a few key features. There's quite a few, but I'll take you through a few key features now. And as we go through this, like I said, there may be some Q&A questions that come out in the end. So the first thing you'll notice when you join or start a meeting in WebEx is the new larger screen and really a preview window. So it helps you make sure you look good, make sure your background's all right, make sure your hair's looking good before you actually head into the meeting. And you can tune your audio and camera settings. If you've got a disruptive headset like sometimes I can have, you can make sure that's working correctly and do all the things that go along with that. As I said before, you can change your background. I'm lucky enough to have a great background behind me, but you can actually change that. You can blur it out. You can liven up that exposure to make sure that when you are engaging with people and engaging with customers or your teams, it is a little bit more fun than just a standard meeting that's available there. And also within the application, there's a bunch of backgrounds you can choose from, or you can actually create your own custom images as well. Background noise removal, it blocks those distracting environmental sounds in your meeting. Really important, particularly for working from home. Obviously, remove the noise or the white noise that can cause a few problems or distract people in those meetings. Make sure the dog's not barking or next door's doing their lawns or any of those sorts of things. That all gets suppressed. And it gets detected automatically and it gets softened. And the speaker volume will automatically raise to overcome that disruption as well. So it's a handy little feature. Again, providing you an enterprise-grade solution that makes sure that when your people and your teams and your customers are communicating, they're doing that in the right way. Gesture controls is a really cool one. Simply motions the camera and you hand gesture and you can be automatically recognized. So you can give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, applaud. You can even raise your hand in the meeting and the gesture will come up. It's a pretty cool little feature, and yeah, making it again a little bit more interactive and more collaborative for your customers and their teams. Breakout sessions is a really cool one. So when creating or managing breakout sessions, host has the ability to let anyone join these breakout sessions, even if they're not assigned to the breakout. So in the breakout session assignment window, you can select which breakout you'd like anyone to be able to join. Once breakout sessions are started, participants can join any of the sessions that are available to them. And it's really important, particularly when you're hosting longer meetings where traditionally in an office space, you may have simply gone into another room. It still enables that sort of activity and that collaboration when you've got a geodiverse talent pool and geodiverse customers that they can actually do these things like breakouts. Video layouts are a lot more intimate and engaging for that meeting experience. The new and advanced and reimagined video layouts can set your own stage. So you can, again, customize it to the way you want to work. It allows you to go from standard grid view to show as many or as few participants as you want. And you can drag and drop participants simply through the activity. As a presenter, you can choose fellow presenters and change statuses. And again, making sure you've got the perfect layout for any of your meetings. As we spend more and more time in meetings, we've all developed a favorite way of how these look. And you may have used other applications in the past. So you can actually replicate that within this as well, but gives you an opportunity again for more customization within the platform. And then with all new WebEx, you can set the stage you like, and those flexible layouts let you focus on what's important, which is obviously the content and the collaboration. In terms of meeting templates, there's some really cool ones as well. Back-to-back meetings and meetings that run over, make you late for other meetings. It's all a problem that a lot of people can understand. And meeting templates help you create structure when planning a meeting so you can be more efficient. and obviously give everyone a chance to speak. Quick sync is a great function that forces you to have a time limit. So similar to the way Twitter or some of these applications allow you in a short time frame to get your point across, QuickSync can set a time limit that expires, and at the end of the expiry, the meeting just ends. So again, it really it has a timer that can show where you're at to, but obviously it really helps speed up conversations and focus on getting things done. The second one there, roundtable. If you're a team leader or a manager, you often have meetings where you want to solicit feedback. So in a typical meeting, a few people end up hogging the microphone. So you can actually give everyone a chance to speak with roundtable template, which means the host sets up an agenda in advance and includes a speaking order and a time limit for all attendees. So you can ensure that you get the full collaboration of a team rather than, again, individuals overtaking that particular meeting. And finally, brainstorming there. It automatically includes whiteboarding. So again, as soon as you set up the session, a whiteboard pops up, and then the ability to work with that whiteboard, again, is very similar to how you might work in an office environment where you're using a whiteboard as well. Again, these templates are just set there to help you achieve more of the objectives you want to get out of those meetings. Application integrations. As I said before, you can share and view files from Google, Microsoft, Box, all within Webex. Again, you can schedule and start meetings from Slack, Google Cloud, Microsoft, Salesforce. You can integrate into Outlook. There's a lot of integrations, again, that make it really easy to start and finish and set up meetings. And use with Webex within other apps with third-party devices as well that's available. And like I said, there's a few there. But again, it's just as soon as you have the application integration experience, collaboration is a lot easier to engage. And according to research from Gallup, a majority of employees reported they want to work from home, and even more notably, about 85% of employees would prefer a hybrid approach, and from spending their time at home and in person working. So they reported that spending less time commuting and higher levels of productivity made it more flexible to work, and they had fewer distractions. So device integration and that hybrid experience is crucial in any collaboration tool, and Webex covers all those areas. And as I said before, Cisco Webex, it really delivers that seamless experience across all your devices.
When you're having one of those days where work just flows.
Hey guys.
And you're energized by the outcome. When there are no mindless tasks, borders, or barriers, and distractions are muted.
Let's move forward with it.
Then unity is effortless. Transitions are seamless. And success is inevitable.
The report that I sent last week, it has some
This is when work
that's it.
becomes joy.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
This is what happens on Webex.
Finally, why collaborate with Cisco Webex? It's all about business outcomes. Highly engaged organizations achieve fewer negative outcomes, more positive outcomes, and greater organizational success. And according to a global Gallup survey, companies with highly engaged employees have 147% higher EPS compared with their competition. So getting engaged employees that increase customer loyalty, increase sales productivity, and increase profitability. So an engaged and collaborative employees determine the success of your customers, and the collective strength of the employees is what determines the success of a business. This is a massive issue for recruitment in 21, keeping your talent, making sure people are engaged, making sure they're less likely to leave, they're more likely to stay, and they're engaged and they're delivering a reduction in absenteeism, so their productivity is improving and increasing. And I guess we can help achieve your customers' desired outcomes that we spoke about already. So improve their employee engagement, accelerate responsiveness and time to market, retain your employees and customers, and be more agile and compete more effectively in a post-pandemic world. So collaborate with Cisco Webex is all about being engaging, being intelligent, and being inclusive. And engaging at high definition audio and video, using automation for tasks and personalizing experience and breaking down silos so everyone can engage wherever they are in an organization. So what do the products look like? You've got this available now within SaaSboss to be productized in terms of the actual products themselves. And there's 4 new products that we're bringing to the market using Cisco Webex. So 4 new Collaborate with Cisco Webex products will be released today. And those are across the board there. So you can see the first one being a soft phone, and this replaces the current soft phone that's available for the executive user, the free soft phone. That will now be a Cisco Webex soft phone, and obviously enabling calling. Collaborate with Cisco Webex Basic is the entry level for Cisco Webex. That includes calling, chat and presence, and space meetings, up to 25 individuals that can attend those space meetings. Collaborate with Cisco Webex Standard. This is the upgrade path for any current collaboration users, and that again allows collaboration, calling, chat and presence. It also allows personal room meetings similar to My Room, and space meetings as well to those levels. And then the premium license allows a significantly larger personal room meeting for large events or activities that your customers may do. So from an upgrade path, existing executive with softphone add-on desktop or mobile now becomes an executive with Cisco Webex softphone add-on, and the current collaboration user, the equivalent or the upgrade path for them is the standard user in the Webex suite. And for those customers that have current collaboration users, they're upgraded, they will have no price differentiation from the current price they're paying now for their collaboration user to the Collaborate with Cisco Webex Standard. And that's already been set up in those enterprises that have those users available. So you don't need to do anything there other than upgrade the customer from the collaboration user through to the Collaborate with Cisco Webex Standard. So before we jump into a couple of questions and a little bit more, I just want to talk a little bit about the next steps. So the next steps for you as a partner really is to take your teams and yourselves through the support training in the PRC. It has been uploaded, it's ready to go. The team's been through it. It's a great set of instructions, and I think it's very easy to use in the sense that the Collaborate with Cisco Webex products work very similarly to the Broadworks products from a licensing, from an add-on and service pack perspective. So you should find it very simple to make the move to upgrading your customers. You need to productize, obviously, before you can do that. So you need to productize, Collaborate with Cisco Webex products in SaaSboss so you can actually sell those products. And obviously the pricing structures are built in there. And if you have any questions around productization or price books, please speak to your partner success managers. One of the things you do need to identify is any existing customers that are using the existing executive softphone and collaboration users. Again, we've got all the lists ready for you, so communicate with your PSM, and then you can identify those customers that are ready and waiting for that upgrade, and then launch the Collaborate with Cisco Webex product set to your customers. And we've got some tools and tips and tricks, particularly in the PRC, that will help you do that. There's a few exercises around comparisons between, in particular, Webex, Teams, and Zoom, and shows you some benefits and pros and cons for each of those, which should make it really easy for you to communicate with your customers. And in the coming weeks, we'll add some more marketing tools to be able to get you to gift your base, so you can drive some activity around Collaborate with Cisco Webex. And finally, before we jump into any Q&A, one of the specials we've got running until the end of June 30, so the Australian financial year, or the first quarter for our New Zealand partners, is 15% off your partner tier price book for all Collaborate with Cisco Webex licenses provisioned before June 30th, 2021. If you've got any challenges of understanding what the price book is, again, work with your PSM. It's related obviously to your partner tier, and we're offering a 15% off for the first 3 months that's been launched. All you need to do is register your deals in the PRC using the campaign code there. It's a drop-down box within the deal registration, so it's very easy to utilize. So make sure that you're registering those customers, those opportunities, so that our pre-sales team and our PSMs can help you deliver some great outcomes for your customers. So now I'll just jump to the Q&A. I've got a couple of questions in there, so just give me 1 second while I go through those. So one of the questions I've had here is, are features based on exec users and collab users? So Collaborate with Cisco Webex is a new product, and like I said before, there's four products that we're releasing, being the soft phone, the basic, the standard, and the premium user. So they are different to the existing Broadworks products. However, they are similar. So there's opportunities. We do have quick reference guides and collateral to show you exactly the differences between those, and that's all available in the PRC. But like I said, that upgrade path for exec users is simply the exec user with the Cisco Webex enabled, softphone enabled, and for collab users, it's moving into the standard license. Actually, I can see that the same person's answered. I've answered those questions during the session. Can you elaborate on Cisco Room devices? Will we be able to provision Cisco Room devices in SaaSBOSS or be still in a Webex control hub? So I don't have a lot of information about devices, but however, we will be making them available through SaaSBOSS. And I'll come back to you in an FAQ post this meeting around devices in particular. I believe, yes, it will be through the Webex control hub, but I'll get more information for you after this. Can you provision a supported desk phone on the Webex soft phone license? So the executive license prior to today came with a free soft phone. The executive license now comes with the Webex soft phone. So it's really only the soft phone that's changed, not the functionality of the executive license. So that functionality is still there. It's just that the soft phone component has changed. So yes, absolutely, there's a desk phone that's attached to that exec license, or even the Collaborate with Cisco Webex licenses as well. How do we migrate from Connect to Webex mobile? Is it standard Webex client or is there an Access 4 branded one? Okay, so with the application, it's a Webex application, and again, through your PSMs and also information in the PRC, there's lots of information around what needs to be downloaded from a customer perspective. So it is a different application that's enabled, and it will be branded Webex. It won't be branded Access 4. So you'll see that available today. But like I said, best bet is to spend some time with your PSM, and they can take you through what needs to be downloaded. Is the 15% off price book offer? I think that question is essentially the 15% is off your current price book. So if you're, for example, a Gold 2 partner, you would have a price book associated with that. There's a Webex price point, and we're taking 15% off that price point. So again, speak to your PSMs, and then they can talk you through the new price book. If you productize in SaaSBOSS, you'll see straight away what your price lists are associated with that. But to get the 15%, remember you do need to deal reg, and you do need to apply the campaign code. Otherwise, the 15% won't be applied. Another question about the mobile app. Yes, there would be a new mobile app. Time frame for retiring existing free soft phone. So from a time frame perspective, I'll talk a little bit more about the time frame for retiring existing products in the Tech Talk tomorrow with Luke and Saj. But we've given you plenty of time. We're not looking to do that prior to the end of this year, but I'll take you through the exact time frame tomorrow, and we're well available in the PRC as well. There's a lot of questions coming through, and I think I can group a few of them into an FAQ. So instead of everyone sitting on the call here and listening through these, what I might do is I'll summarize these questions, put them into, like I said, an FAQ. This session's been recorded, so that will be available for you to review at a later stage. But I'll send through the FAQ, get those out to you in the next couple of days, and go from there. So I think from that, guys, it's almost half an hour. I'll wrap up. There's a bit of content to go through today, so hopefully you've got some great ideas about Webex and what it's looking like in the future. What's looking like today being launched. So again, if you've got any questions about anything related to the session today, please speak to your PSMs. Obviously, you can reach out directly to myself or the rest of the team at Access 4. So I hope you have a great afternoon. Just make sure you sign up and register for the Tech Talk tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and also for the virtual meeting on Friday, where we're actually giving away a 65-inch TV. And for those of you in Victoria or close to Melbourne, come on down for a drink and a face-to-face session tomorrow afternoon. If you're not sure about what's going on there, speak with your PSM, but come along and it'd be great to catch up, introduce you to Peter, our new sales director, and talk through Webex and give you a few more examples of how you can do business. So thanks everyone. Have a great afternoon and speak to you very soon.